So this is the card with the church, and then I don't know what that sentiment is. It says enjoy the wonder of the season. We'll have to see if we can locate that one. But Winter Solace is the stamp set used on this card. And enjoy, enjoy. Let me find one that says enjoy. I really ordered a lot with this batch. Alright. Don't see that one off the top, so we'll skip that one. Do have a couple little ones here though. Doesn't look like they're on that either. So we'll keep going, because we just got too much to share to be waiting for that. So here is another one. This one is using the stamp set called Hidden Lane. Look at how gorgeous this stamp is. See how beautiful that is when it's stamped? And this one, the sentiment just says greetings along the side. And that is not included in the stamp set, so that is on a different one. So the image on this one is called Hidden Lane. Hidden Lane, number 40-416. So I'll put those together. Super, super pretty. Penny Black does an awesome job on their cards. They are just the most stunning, most beautiful cards that you could ever imagine. And is this the same church as that? It is. So here is another card using the church. So we showed you this one. Look at how totally different those look. Different size card, different color church, everything, and same image. So it gives you a few different options with that. And we'll put this one on top of there. And then, what else do we have? So here's a little house. Here's that. So what have we got? Is this the house? This is the house. Okay. So this card here is called Peaceful Village. And this is the stamp and this is the card. So detailed. Look at all of the details in the trees, in the bridge, in the house. Everything is super detailed. You get nice quality stamps with Penny Black. Sometimes they are the red rubber. Sometimes with their sentiments, they're the cling. Very high quality. So you don't ever have to worry about not getting good images with Penny Black. Especially if you're using a Misty and can restamp. But they've just got the best quality out there. Okay, so here is, this one is called Christmas Red. I believe we've had this one before. I believe we had this one last year. Peyton is slacking. This one did not have a number on it either. I apologize. So 40-622, and it's called Christmas Red. And it's this gorgeous poinsettia. And look at the flowers that you can make with that. So if you got this last year, this is a new sample. We had a sample last year, but this is totally different than what we had. So check this out when you're in the store next. And then let's find you some more. Oh, here's the bell. Where did the bell go? Oh, right here. So this card is using a few different ones. More watercolored images again. But this one is using Bells and Berries, which is number 40-576. And then it also uses Sweetest Moments, which is probably a sentiment. Here it is. Sweetest Moments. So your Sweetest Moments stamp set says, Very Merry Christmas to you. The sweetest moments of the season are the times we share. Let music fill the air, let joy be everywhere. Be calm and jingle on, from our home to yours, and the magic of Christmas never ends, and its greatest gifts are family and friends. So this one here is the let music fill the air, let joy be everywhere, with this gorgeous bell stamp. So we'll put those in our pile. Probably better start another pile because this pile is going to tip over. And I'm trying to keep it nice so that when Nikki puts them out, all the samples are together so that she doesn't have to go through this pain that I'm having to go through and that you're having to suffer through watching me struggle. All right. So those are that. Now let's find another one. So I believe that's this one maybe? Yes. So this card here is using the Snow Trails stamp and then the Peaceful Seasons sentiment. So your sentiment is peace, joy, love, and that's a stamp set that I actually read to you earlier. Again, that was called Peaceful Seasons Sentiments. And then this is the gorgeous stamp set used for the image. They did put kind of define the mountains behind it, and as you can see there is mountains in the background, but if you don't want them that defined, it would mostly look like just your pathway with your trees if you didn't do those in such bold colors. And that one is called Snow Trails, and Peaceful Seasons is your sentiment. Okay, I said I was going to start a new pile, but then I didn't, so I really need to get a new pile for her. Here is another sample, and this is the little guy that goes with it. So here is the card. Love these little die cuts around the edge. Very cute detail. The bear stamp is called A Present. You've got that fun little bear sitting next to the present with the big bow on it. There is a die that coordinates with the bear, and there's also a For You on there. So that goes together, and then let's see if I can find that little die that cuts out that frame. There's one of them, but that's not the correct one. And I hope you guys are watching this on Friday morning and not Thursday night. Technically it is Friday morning because it's after midnight, but you know what I mean. When you get up in the morning, I hope that you're not laying in bed listening to my voice, except you, Bev. I know you're awake. You like getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and listening to my voice. I don't see that one off the top of my head, but it looks like on the back, it's called Stitched Nested Frame. So if you like that one, we can help you locate that. And then on the garden, there's some little tiny flowers on here too. And so those were used with a garden, this die here. And then the sentiment was from It's Your Day. And that one, do we have It's Your Day? That one might be a little one. We got some little ones over here too. Oh, I don't see that one. So we'll put that one away and come across it later. Alright, so there's that. And now we're going to do this one. Alright, so this one is called Birds on a Wreath. And as you can see, they've got one on the top and the bottom. But you can snip them off and put them anywhere you'd like. So here they moved them to the bottom of the wreath. They didn't want the one up top. They just snipped him off, moved him down, and it added a bow. And so the wreath is from this one called Birds on a Wreath, and that gets you your birds. They also snipped off the bells because there's bells on here. And then let's see, what else did they do? Looks like they added some greenery and added the bow on top. I apologize. Sorry about that. Next we have some more. Trying to locate all these. Where did that one go? I seen that one earlier. Big. This one I can do. So this one is called Tranquil Hamlet, and that is using the stamp set here. Love how they colored this with those pastel colors and the like antique brown. Super pretty. And that's called Antique, or no, Tranquil Hamlet, not Antique Hamlet. I was thinking it was Antique. And then this one is the next card. This one is using the stamp called Christmas Berries. And your sentiment on the card is good times, good cheer, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And that's using Joyful Wishes. Let's see if that's in my pile still. Some of these I have already pulled out and read to you. Joyful Wishes? That's not... Oh, Joyful Wishes right here. Okay, so you've got your branch and your sentiments. And your sentiments that are not on this card, I will read to you so you know the whole thing. Joy, joy, joy. Kindness is like snow. It beautifies everything it covers. I am not ready for snow, though. Pretty or not, not ready. Not even close. Warmest thoughts and best wishes for a wonderful holiday season. May your holidays sparkle with joy and happiness. Snowflakes are kisses from heaven. And good times, good cheer, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And that's the one that they used here. So this is called Joyful Wishes. This is called Christmas Berries. And this is the beautiful card using it. And then this one also has those sticks that we talked about earlier. And the sticks are called Winter Branches. Actually, I think that's a different one. Yeah, that is using these sticks, which are Winter Branches. So I'll put that in that pile. And then... what do we have now? Looking for samples. I'm so sorry. I just keep yawning. Okay, so here is Snow Blanket. Another really beautiful nature card. So you look at how gorgeous the detail in that tree is. Very, very pretty. Look at that. And this is a larger stamp, but they made a normal A2 size card. So you can always have it going off of your image. Nobody knows that it was bigger than that. Only you do. So use it how you would like. The word Merry here is done with this die. This is called Merry and Joy, but they just used the Merry. And the stamp on this one again is called Snow Blanket. And if I could find some matches. I'm so sorry. I just passed my bedtime. Okay, some of these are not as easy as I was hoping. Oh, here's one. Okay, this is called Tweet Wreath. And as you can see, it comes with a bird, but on the sample they didn't use the bird. So they just stamped the wreath a couple times, or stamped it once and then did different colors on it. Because as you can see, some of your leaves are filled in and some of them are not. So this is called Tweet Wreath. And then they added the Merry Delight cutout and the Winter Sentiments. So... Winter Sentiments are right here. Your Winter Sentiments are this greeting set, and they are: take time to chase the snowflakes, wishing you snowflakes, friendship, and winter cheer, winter blessings, a snowflake is winter's butterfly, welcome winter, and snowflakes are kisses from heaven. And then you also have 5 different sizes of snowflakes in stamps that you can use in addition to that. And I still have quite a few samples left, so gotta figure out where all the stuff is. Okay, so there's that one. Here is this one. And then, what else do we need? There's one other one, I think. This one. Okay, so this sample here is really pretty. I like how they did all this extra outlining stuff in white. So they started with the ribbon stackers, and we had this one last year. It was super popular and went over really well. As you can see by the sample on the back, it can be used for anything. Doesn't have to be Christmas. Lots of these can be used for other things. So you've got the ribbon stackers, and then you add your extra greenery in your corners, and that they use the berry flourish. This is another one that doesn't have writing on the back, so I need to find a pin and do that. So it's got ribbon stackers. So 51409, and then you've got the berry flourish, which was done in the white, which is number 51451, and then over top of that you've got this ornament branch, so that gives you your ornament. And then there's also the word joy on there. We'll have to figure out where that came from. Ornament branch, and that is 51481. So really pretty card. No stamping if you're not into stamping. Let me see if I can find that word joy. Got a whole pile of dies here. This has just been sloshing around in the back of my car, dumping, getting picked up, dumping, getting picked up. So I'm glad to finally be doing this. Even though it's taking me a long time, I'm glad that I'm finally getting it checked off my list of to-dos. Alright, so now we're going to show you this stamp. This one is called Merry Delight. It is a smaller set, but it's adorable. You've got your little hedgehog in a stocking, you've got your fat little round snowman, and then your adorable little dog. And your sentiments are Noel, let it snow, and sending joy. There is a coordinating die with this set, and in the die you get your 3 dies for your little critters. You get the word joy, and then you also get 3 little snowflakes. So that is called Merry Delight and Merry Delight Cutout. And then this one I have seen earlier. So this card is using the lantern stamp. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it also uses the bird tweet wreath, which I believe is just the bird from that tweet wreath, the berry flourish, and then the winter sentiments, which we talked about earlier for the sentiment. And I believe this one is the one that we just used on this one here. Yes, the berry flourish is also used on this card. So I love how they did it in that brown. Very nice. So we'll put that there. We'll put this one here with that. And then this one we already talked about. And this will be our next one. This is called Christmas Bunch. And you've got a few little critters on this. But the one that they used in the card is this adorable little polar bear with the present on his nose. And you've got different sentiments on here. Let it snow, warm and cozy, and then you've also got this Merry Christmas that the bear is standing on. And I believe this is actually the bear that was on the center of that wreath that I showed you earlier. So here is your card. And this is using Joyful Sentiments and Seasons Marvel And then the new kissing bears. Actually, I think that's incorrect. Yes, this says new large bear clear. But this is actually called Christmas bunch because I have it here in my hand. So let me cross that off. Christmas bunch. So the little polar bear Christmas bunch. So we'll put those together. And then, let's see, we got some large ornaments. We can do this one. So this one is using adornments, which is this stamp set here. You got the 3 like realistic looking Christmas ornaments, and it's called adornments. And then looks like your greenery and your sentiment are North Pole treasure and brush pines. So here are brush pines. And let me see if North Pole treasure is still here. Nope, don't have that one in front of me. But super pretty. One of my favorites. I love how realistic those look. They just look round. How do you make a flat stamp look round? Like, that's amazing. And then, what do we got now? What do we got now? So, we're doing better. We're getting down there. My pile's not as big. So I'm looking for a branch here. This one. This one we can do with this. So this one is using the poinsettia poem, is what this is called, even though it's just flowers. It's called poinsettia poem. And that is 40-700. And then this also used the Holly Jolly, the Merry Builder, and the stitched loops. The stitched loops we showed you earlier, they just used a portion of them though. They just snipped some off and you used them in the corners, a larger corner here and a smaller corner up there. And then the Holly Jolly and the Merry Builder. Don't have those either. Oh, here's the Merry Builder. That's a little one. Figured it was a big one. So, the Merry Builder has May Your Christmas Be Merry, 'Tis the Season to Be Merry, Merry Little Christmas, Merry Christmas, Christmas Wishes, Merry Everything, Merry and Bright, and Merry and Magical. So here they used May Your Christmas Be, which is here, and then they used a large Jolly, which I believe is a die. Right here in my pile. I've seen some word dies earlier, so I'm sure it's in here. That would be right here. So you've got Jolly, Holly, and Jolly are your dies that go with this one. So we'll put those together. And next, maybe we should do our boards. That might be part of the reason that I have so many sitting here, is because of my boards. I've got these board programs that I order from the vendors. And we'll go over those next after this card. This is my last loose card. No, I guess I have one more after this. So this one is using one called Berry Branch. Oops, and it says Joy to the World. The branch comes by itself, and like I said earlier, large stamp, but you don't have to make a large card with a large stamp. This one's hanging off, and it's just an A2 card. So don't think, ooh, those are too big. You can always just use a portion of it. So this is using Berry Branch, and then Joy to the World for your sentiment. And I am not sure which stamp that is on, but I'm sure we have it here somewhere because I have everything Penny Black. She's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Alright, so I have one more stamp here, which I thought I'd seen this one earlier. This one's really cute. And don't see that one off the top of my head. Oh, and then I just found another card. Just when you thought we were getting close, I find more. So we'll have to locate these. But I think we're going to go to the boards first and then come back to those. Alright, so the boards are just cards that are attached to a board. That's all. But look at 4 amazing cards. And I actually have 3 of these boards. 2 of them they sent me paperwork that tells me what's on them. And then this one they sent me duplicate paperwork for one of the other ones. So they accidentally sent me the wrong one. So let's go over these first because we have the cheat sheets. So Merry Everything, which is this one down here. Looks like you need, oh, they didn't give me the names. They just gave me the numbers. Darn it. Let me go to Notions and see if I can get you the names quickly. I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got those written down on the back. So now we've got some cheat sheets. They weren't all there, but most of them were there, so that'll help us. So we have, this one I actually showed you earlier. Let's start with it. Remember this little bird on the branch? So we showed him earlier. And then we've also got these little dies here, the little frames. And this one I don't have the information for. They didn't give it to me, so we'll have to figure that out. But look at how pretty this is. Add a little gold foil pen, or gold pen, not foil. And we have those here at the store. These Uniball pens are amazing. You need black, gold, white, and silver. They also come in blue and red, but the black, white, gold, and silver are amazing, especially the white. Let me actually show you how crisp the white is. So here's a white pen. Look at this black board here. I'm just going to do some little stitching. And it is just so crisp. Like, look at how nice that shows up on black. Fantastic little pen. So pick up your Uniball pins when you're in the store. They work the best, they last the longest. But we've also got all these fabulous little stamps and dies that you need. So this cute little Christmas tree down here on the bottom is just all wrapped up. I see him right there. So we're going to write that on the back of the board. All wrapped up tree. And that is 30-607. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find all of these, but as I find some of them, I can at least write them down on the back. So that is that guy. And then, let's see, this one up here we already talked about earlier, so I know he's not in my pile. Looking for the wreath or the poinsettia. We might have talked about that one earlier too. But you've got your fun frames, you've got your layered leaves, you've got some snowflakes here. Here's your Mary that we talked about earlier. So many of these can be used again and again and again. So that is the one board. We will set that aside. The next board that we're going to talk about has the cheat sheet on it, so this will be helpful. So we've got, let's see, is that this one? Maybe? No. Okay. That one is this one here. And then the star is here. Okay, so this star is this stamp. And it's got the berries going through it already. So the only thing you have to do is add your sentiment. And this star is called Berry Star. Pretty self-explanatory with that one, huh? So Berry Star, and then you just add your sentiment. And your sentiment on this one, is that the Peace and Joy? No, it's not the Peace and Joy. It's not the Noel. It's not the Merry Everything. Peace and Joy. Noel. So it just must be the Joy. Okay, so on the Joy, that's got the Berry Star, which I don't see written down here. But that is the Berry Star. So that one is used there. And then let me see if I can find some of these others. Oh, this little bird here is this one, which is called Snowy Flight. So look at how cute that one is. Pretty simple to do too. And just put inside a decorated circle die. And I'm guessing that that is probably one of these circle dies, because we've got several options here for that circle die. And this one is called Stitched Square and Circles. It might not be that one, but I think that one would work also if that's not it. So there's those. And then I think I'm just going to kind of go through and read the rest of the stamps and dies to you. And then there is this one here, which I know the Noel we used earlier, and it was put together in a line, but look at, you can stagger the letters and it still looks nice. This die up here is this bird, and it's called Bird Ornament. So pretty simple. You just cut it out in white, cut it out in gold, and then add your sentiment, put it on a strip, so that one can be done nice and easy. If you've got a lot to cover for Christmas, you can do that one without too much hesitation. It's not too scary, I hope. So let me show you these up close, and then I will just show you the rest of the stamps and dies, since we're already at an hour and 5 minutes, and I'm sure you're getting sick of my voice. I'm getting sick of my voice. And it's 12:38, so it's going to be like 1:30 in the morning before I get home. So we will try and speed things up a little bit. So these samples will be here in the store. So if there's anything you need, just stop in. We will get you hooked up. And let's start with the dies first. So here are some of those frame dies. This one is called Elegant Stitching. I'll show you the back side. You might be able to see the stitching a little bit better. Looks like you get 6 dies in this package, and this one is called Elegant Stitching. This one is called Snowflake Tag, and it doesn't have to be a tag because, oh, I guess there is a little tiny hole at the top of the outside layer, but there's actually 2 dies in here. You've got your snowflake, and then you've got your snowflake background, so you could snip off that little hole if you don't want it, or you could use it as a tag as well. Here you have, this is called To the World, and it actually says Joy to the World, but the name of the die is called To the World. This one could be used on anything. It's called Christmas Kiss. And although it is meant to be mistletoe-y, it could be used on anything just as some added greenery. Here is a sample used on the back showing it. This is called In a Row, and you've got these little birds. They can be used as they are